It's the NFL on EA Sports. And we'll see the Bears' electric quarterback. He had a solid performance a week ago, throwing for 3 touchdowns. It's the Bears and the Cowboys, next on Madden Football.
Just a gorgeous fall afternoon in the heart of Texas. No weather to speak of. Sun out, roof open. Yes, yes, and yes. A great day for football at AT&T Stadium in Arlington. Today we've got a Week 8 matchup on tap here between the Chicago Bears and the Dallas Cowboys. Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. CD, you look at the Cowboys in this matchup. It's a relatively balanced offense. The next-gen stats kind of bear that out. What do you think they'll be looking to do in this one?
I think it'll be exactly what you just talked about. They'll want to be balanced on offense, which means to them, they'll want everyone involved. See if they can get some one-on-ones in the passing game, maybe identify some situation where they can swing the ball to the backs in space, even find some spots where they just want to play some old-fashioned power football. As one of the most successful coaches in the league told us once, the definition of balanced offense, that means you can do what you want when you want to, not necessarily just running it 50% of the time and throwing it the same percentage.
Lurching closer toward the midway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And no run back on the opening kickoff. It'll come out to the 25. So here are the Bears now for their opening drive. And they'll be led out by Marcus Mariota, former 2nd overall pick back in 2015, now in his 8th season in the league.
When I was watching film this week, I had to write a note to myself. 3 touchdown passes in an NFL game deserves respect, not ho-hum just because they throw it around all the time, and he got his respect. NFC Offensive Player of the Week.
Yeah, it's the ultimate vote of confidence from a week ago. And look, he was great, not his best game ever, but obviously was very good to garner that award. All the talk this week, though, was about, let's take that forward now. It'll go as a loss of a yard on the game's first play. 2nd down. They'll run it again with Penny. And he'll be stopped up at the 26 after a gain of only a couple. So trouble already here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 9. From the shotgun, it's Mariota. Got a man open, it's Tyler Higbee. And he's going to be brought down short of the first at about the 31-yard line. A gain of 4, not enough. And it looks like punt time on their opening drive as it's 4th down. Able to get the completion, but unfortunately not able to get the 3rd down conversion there on that play.
And I like how the defense approached that one. They knew where the 1st down marker was, and they decided whatever you want to have, you can. You're just not going to get the 1st down. Excellent tackling right there.
And the win last week punted 4 times as this one's away. And now a fair catch called for and taken just outside the 40-yard line. The Cowboys taking the field on offense, and for a 7th season, it's Dak Prescott who brings them out.
And I think it's safe to say that, and I heard him say it in the post-game press conference, that was a team win last week because he didn't really play up to his normal standards, throwing 2 interceptions.
No touchdown.
Yeah, didn't offset it at all, but the team found a way to get it done.
Good starting position for the Cowboys here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 42. Prescott now. A quick throw knocked away and incomplete. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10. They run here with a 2nd-year man from UNC, Javonte Williams. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. Prescott from the gun on 3rd. Forced out to his left. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work this to the 45.
He's a talented runner, and that means he's always looking for bigger and bigger gains when he takes off. Certainly found some bonus yards there beyond the 1st down marker, and this early drive will continue with that extra jolt from his legs.
first down. Prescott. Open here, Adam Thielen. And they're going to get this down near the 35-yard line. The Cowboys at 4-3, a game over 500. And they come in on a pretty good roll here. Winners of 3 straight.
The last one was a bit of a nail-biter, a 3-point victory, but it's also the kind of game that reveals a team's true character. They fought all the way and came out victorious.
A first down throw for Prescott. Open man once again, it's Thielen. And he'll be marked down right at the 20-yard line. Now a first down carry. It's Williams. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line.
Well, they're going to get a timeout as they deal with an injured player, and it's Tyreek Hill who is the man that's in some discomfort right now. Well, now they're going to come out and take a look at this injury, and we'll be back in a moment.
First and goal from the 6. They'll try and run. This is Williams. And the hole closes quickly here. He can fight only to about the 4. Second and goal from inside the 5. Here's Prescott. And he's got it. And he gets halfway there from the 4 to the 2 on a gain of 2. Williams. Yeah, Williams is going to be stopped short of the yellow line. He did not get there. What a stand so far defensively, and now that's going to bring up a 4th and goal. Defense keeps him out of the end zone there. Now, will they go for it? And if so, can they do it one more time?
Yeah, I just don't know if it's worth it going for it, because what we've seen from the defense so far, every gap is taken care of. Everyone is sound in their coverage. No one is breaking free, and those ball carriers are getting tagged.
Oh, Prescott stripped, and this is picked up by the Bears. And he's got daylight. It's a foot race. He's at the 50. He's at the 30. 10, 5, and they bring this one back. A fumble return for a Bears touchdown. How about that for a momentum swing? You had it goal to go. Not only do you cough it up, but they pick it up and return it all the way for a touchdown.
And now you have to give oxygen to the entire team, because what a letdown that was. Terrific drive. Looked like you're going to get points. Instead, the other team registers them on the scoreboard.
Nick Folk for the point after. And he's got it to make it 7-0 in favor of the Bears. So not only the cough up, but then the pickup on the other side, the scoop, and the score the other way, the fumble return for a touchdown. And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return.
Fielded right around the 8. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back.
Those are his numbers through roughly the first half of the season, and given that, you'd have to think he's on pace for a 1,000-yard campaign.
Steady as he goes. Steady goes the offense. But you know what else is happening, too, because they are a team now recognized with the ability to run the football. You've got to be able to throw it better now, right? Better throwing lanes, better opportunities for the guys downfield, maybe more one-on-one coverage, which you should be able to beat easier. Yeah, he's establishing not just a tone, but an identity for his team.
And that's a discussion we had a couple days ago in the team meetings, talking about this running game opening up the passing game. We'll see if that continues to happen. Now throwing on 3rd down there, but he cannot connect.
On 4th down, punt coming from Braden Mann.
He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Call that a 46-yard punt with a net of 40 on the 6-yard return. And the Bears take over.
Chicago works their way back onto the field here for their second drive of the game. They've got a 7-0 lead in the football as well as they start out 1st and 10.
Off the play fake, Mariota.
And that one drops down, incomplete. Good coverage there, forced the ball free, and it's 2nd down. To throw on 2nd and 10. Mariota. He's got a man, complete. A gain there of 30 big ones.
That's a great job of working the sideline right there. I love how he tracked the football the whole way. Just reached up and pulled it in. Had excellent field presence to understand where he was in order to make that play happen.
So the big play gets him across midfield now for 1st and 10. A run here for J.D. McKissick.
And very little there. He might have gotten a yard. Yeah, I think he got a yard to the 41.
McKissick again on 2nd down.
Able to push forward for about 4 down to the 37. If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. Mariota. And the Cowboys pressure gets there this time for the sack.
Multiple players combined for their team's first sack of the game.
A few issues here on the offensive line. Apparently, he got sacked 5 times last week. They got to him here in the 1st quarter.
And I would think that running the ball would be paramount here because it's a different team they're facing, but they watch the film as well. So they'll take many of those same principles and try and apply them in this game to see if they fixed what was wrong with them in the last game.
On 4th down, here's Presley Harvin on to punt.
Oh, it's a wobbler here. And this one sails out of bounds. I think it'll be inside the 25. It will. 24-yard line is where they'll spot it.
The Cowboys about set to take over on offense. And they come into this one riding that nice long win streak. And remember, next weekend is an open week for them. So if they can get the win here, a lot of momentum into that time off.
It certainly is. And if you're wondering if anybody's saying, boy, this is coming at a bad time, we want to keep playing, the answer can be yes. Because when teams are on a hot streak, they want to keep going. But when the veterans are telling the young guys in the locker room, an open week is always good, guys. Take it and let's go with it.
The last play got just a yard. Here's 2nd and 9 from the 26. Prescott off play action. And he can't find a receiver, and he's brought down.
The pressure from multiple guys there as they bury him for a big 9-yard loss. Well, on that, CD, but I don't think anybody really was fooled. All eyes were fixated on the quarterback, and they got him to the ground.
This play successfully, you've got to make sure that everyone is doing their part. You actually have to sell this play. You've got to sell the run action. Otherwise, why do you stop at the running back? You just run straight for the quarterback and put him on the ground.
Now on 3rd and long, they'll look to throw. And that is
I know this offense was expected to do big things, but it certainly hasn't turned out that way, at least not through the first 3 drives. They're definitely going to put their head there and start concocting some offense that'll move the ball downfield.
Out now is the punter, Braden Mann.
$51 yards on the punt there.
And they will take over 1st and 10. The Bears offense ready to get going again.
They've had it twice. They've punted twice. If they were hoping.
Not at all, and let's face it, every facility we visit, everyone talks about converting on 3rd down. How big that is. In this situation, they've had to punt it away twice, so they're furiously going over things on the sidelines. What do we need to do to pick up a 1st down and change our momentum?
Throwing again on 2nd down. Mariota. Open man is born. Mariota on 3rd and 2. And able to find Higbee.
And he will have the Bears first down as they're able to get the third down conversion.
And the tight end is certainly a position built to move the chains because they can space underneath. If they've got good hands, then of course they're a dynamic target. But one other thing is they're right in the sight lines of a quarterback on just about every play. And that makes it easier for the quarterback to pick him out and deliver.
A carry, and he edges forward, but only gets a pair of yards out of it.
Now some movement before the snap. And we'll hear from our referee for the first time this afternoon. And maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming. Pick them up. Pick them up. And someone jumped.
And they get to Mariota here as he's dropped on the sack. Give the sack to David Onyemata, the product of Nigeria by way of Canada.
And this is what you've got to do against a quarterback like him. You've got to keep him in the pocket and not let him get to the perimeter, because once he gets outside, that's where he can really hurt you.
And the Cowboys here on third down, bringing in an extra defensive back. To throw is Mariota.
He'll go underneath with this one to McKissick. And they will advance midfield, but still well shy of a first as he's tackled at the 7. And 7-0 on EA Sports. The Bears with the football. We get set to begin quarter number 2. On is Presley Harvin now as he'll send this one away.
He's been a busy man here in this first half as he gets it away. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback.
The offense getting set again. We spotlight Javonte Williams, the running back.
They haven't been able to get him on track. They haven't been able to get this offense on track. No points so far.
Maybe it's time to start doing a few different things. Throwing the ball a little bit, maybe featuring other people touching it for a while, and then you get a chance to come back to it when things have changed a little bit. They have to make an adjustment.
Well, still time for him here as we sit in the second quarter. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down.
As long as you go through your proper reads and progressions, the drag route can be one of those old reliable plays, because usually it's good for a good chunk of yardage, as we just saw there.
And those guys like it, right? They can get the ball with a full head of steam.
Especially against man coverage, because man coverage, you're typically running away from someone and not worried about traffic coming out on the other end.
Looking to throw again on second down. Prescott.
He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet.
And they bring him to the ground just shy of midfield. Second catch for him today, and it'll wind up a first down.
Well, that's always a good place to throw it, just because he's one of the biggest targets not only on this team, but in the National Football League.
And you and I both know the quarterbacks love these large-body tight ends, and why not? Nowadays, they're really wide receivers who are just taller and have a little bit more weight. These guys catch the football, make big plays downfield. In the old days, we wanted them to block. Now coaches want them to catch the football first.
15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down.
We talk about mobility on quarterbacks all the time. Here's where it really pays off. Able to move, evade, and is accurate throwing on the run and picking up a first down.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. They'll throw again. Prescott.
That's complete right side to Kmet. And he'll be brought down at the 27.
On second down, Williams. And he's able to get it down to the 25-yard line. They stick to the ground game on first down. It's Williams. And not much of a hole there as he gets it down to about the 24-yard line. They run it again with Williams. And he will lose yardage and be backed up to the 24. Play number 9 on the drive coming up, and they need 9 yards on third down. Now here's a look for the end zone, but that one's going to wind up incomplete. The kick by Bass is good. And they are on the board, but still trailing. It's 7-3. So they're able to end that drive with 3 points in this one-possession ball game.
And ideally, you want to end every drive with points. Most quarterbacks would tell you, let's end it with a kick, right? A PAT, that's number 1. Field goal you'll take. Punts, you really don't want to do that. In this case, they'll take the field goal and get prepared for the rest of the game.
And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
So holding will scratch off some of that return.
And I know fans get frustrated when they see penalties of this sort on kick returns, but it is difficult to do it right against these moving targets at full speed. Hard to do.
On second down, here's Penny.
And not much doing there. Maybe a yard up to the 23.
The Bears on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. This will be 3rd and 5. Mariota. And he will go down. A Cowboys sack. Cameron Jordan able to record his 5th sack of the season.
He was still looking through his progressions and going through his receiver options, and while he was doing that, the defense got to him quickly in the pocket.
And it was a great example of zone coverage. Well executed, well coordinated. All the receivers were covered, and he couldn't evade the rush back in the pocket.
Here's Presley Harvin now.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And the Cowboys will take over the football with a 1st and 10. Here's the Dallas offense now, heading back out onto the field.
Well, partner, fast forward with me for a second. Remember, next week they have the open week, so they're going to get some extended rest. Does that change how they manage the rest of this one?
I think it does a little bit, but not by too much, because you're right. You get the extra rest, you get a chance to heal up and kind of, do a little bit of a reset for this team. But it's also 7 extra days to think back to the last time you were on the field. So now, a little more importance on what they're getting done, because they carry it with them for essentially 2 weeks.
Now it's a bootleg with Prescott. Steps away. Open man is Thielen. It's complete. And he will have a Cowboys 1st down as this defense unable to hold. It's a 7-yard gain there on 3rd and 2.
Sometimes it's design, and sometimes you just have to know when to leave the pocket and move and make something happen. And on that play, he was able to get on the run and was still accurate throwing the football.
Prescott now from the 50.
Adam Thielen, back-to-back catches. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Only needing 2 yards on 2nd down.
On play action, Prescott. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete. They'll try and run for it. Here's Williams. And he gets it to the 32. Good enough for a 1st down.
And hold on here, because on that last run, it looks like we have a player who was shaken up. Medical staff will attend to him. He will step aside.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. Prescott to throw.
Oh, this one incomplete. The pressure got to him as he released it, and it's 2nd down.
Now a 10th carry. Here's Williams.
40 yards on the ground for him so far.
This offense has converted 2 third downs on this drive already. This is 3rd and 4. Here's Prescott. Over the middle, Amari Cooper. It's complete.
And he will have a Cowboys first down as he's able to get 8 yards there on 3rd and 5.
Well, he obviously red man covers their partner, and he got downfield, broke down the defender, made him
What do you mean by that, Burke?
Yeah, he made him think he was going to run a different route. Probably thought he was going to take it upfield. Then he curls back inside for the completion.
So here's a 1st and 10 now, down inside the 20.
From the red zone now, Prescott. And he's wrapped up, taken down, back at the 25. Fletcher Cox busting through to get him for a loss of 6.
These sacks now, they're starting to pile up, Charles, and that front 7 defensively, they've had their way with this offensive line.
And I think at this stage, we have to start thinking about different play calls. We've got to start helping this squad because the entire game he's been under siege. I don't care what the down and distance. They've got to get the ball out of his hands a lot quicker.
After the sack on 1st down, Prescott. He's got a man complete. It's Amari Cooper. It'll be a loss of 2, maybe 3 on the play. And they're going to be staring at a 3rd and long here. Now Prescott. It's hauled in by Shepard.
And he's brought down here just outside of the 20.
Brandon, a good idea there on 3rd down. Run a little clear out and hope you can get your receiver the ball coming across the formation. Nice design, but well played defensively, and they stop him well short.
So Tyler Bass on now for the field goal.
Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So now on 4th down, Mike McCarthy will turn to his field goal unit. He hit his first, this one from 38.
The kick by Bass is good.
And they get it back within a point at 7-6.
So the margin shrinks there as they get the field goal to draw them a bit closer here in the 2nd quarter.
Yeah, nice snap, nice hole. They just want to keep this game close, so give them credit for finishing that one off with 3.
This one fielded at the 5. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28.
And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field.
As we eat closer and closer to intermission, Charles, remember last time out they punted. They would love to get points here, especially if this is going to be their final possession of the first half.
Yeah, and this is a close game.
It comes, and he lost the football. Mariota had it jarred loose. But the Bears look to get this one back, and indeed they did. So they'll keep possession.
A lot of bad news on that play for them, wasn't there? Lost the football, lost a lot of yardage. But I think the good news outweighs it. Able to retain possession. That was big for them.
They come 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Inside handoff, Penny. And not much there at all. He's up only to about the 16-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first timeout. Look it over, we step aside. And some secondary help here for the defense in the nickel on 3rd and long. Again, it's Penny. Now a 2nd timeout called for by the defense, as they'll stop it with a tick under a minute to go before half. Here comes the Bears punter now, as the drive goes backwards, so he's on to punt it away. And he deserves a bronze leg as he gets this one away. It'll go as a 42, make it a 43-yard punt. 6 on the return.
And it will be 1st and 10 as they take over. The Cowboy offense going to head out now late in this first half. And with great starting field position and one timeout in their pocket, they could still come away with points here in the late going.
Got a man over the middle. It's Williams.
And they're able to work this across midfield to the 48.
To throw again on second down. Prescott finding Williams once more. Complete.
And he'll be brought down just shy of the 40.
And offensively, they'll take the timeout with 6 seconds left in the second quarter. So even though it's first down, here's the field goal unit on now to try to get 3 before halftime. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt.
And now the kick short, but this is a live football picked up in the end zone. And he will be taken down here, and that's certainly not how you draw it up. A clever idea, I guess, to try to return the missed field goal, but it's going to wind up costing him yardage.
So we're at halftime with our score 7-6 in a tough-fought first half. As we'll get you over to Orlando, where standing by is Jonathan Coachman. He has our EA Sports Halftime Report.
Let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the second quarter. Moving on, let's take a look at the next-gen stats in that first half for the Bears. And even though they've got the lead, they're likely going over ways they can improve the running game, as they didn't find a whole lot of success in those first 2 quarters. Meanwhile, for the Cowboys, there's a look at what they were able to do throwing the football. And they'll need to get things in gear as they trail here at the break.
Welcome back. Charles and I settled into the booth, ready for quarter number 3.
Taken at the 15, a short kick. And they will wrangle him down a couple yards shy of the 30. The Cowboy offense set to go to begin this third quarter. And they're on the short end of the scoreboard here. Charles, what adjustments, if any, do you think they need to make for the second half?
Well, paraphrasing the gold medal hockey winning coach Herb Brooks, I just say you continue to play your game. Throw the ball. They had success doing it in the first half, so make sure you keep getting the ball to your playmakers, a little bit more to the perimeter perhaps, but above all, play your game.
Throwing again on second down. Prescott.
This ball complete. It's an out route to Thielen. And he slips up past the 45 before being tackled.
No question that they're going to continue to look his way. 6 catches in the first half and now 7 on the game.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Now a give up the middle to Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. 3 yards on that last carry. Here's 2nd and 7. Looking to throw. Prescott. He'll find Thielen working the middle.
And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line.
Up the middle, it's Williams. The tackle there by LaMarcus Joyner. Play action now. Prescott. Blitz coming, and down he goes. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack, and it's 3rd down.
Now, the #1 mission of any offensive line, you got to protect that quarterback, keep him safe back there. This time, the rush got to him in a hurry.
And this came from the edge, and those pass rushers, they have so many tricks of the trade to get around blockers. They have a lot of tools in their kit. This was pure speed and athleticism on this play, though. And they could barely get a glove on him before he got the quarterback on the ground.
And he's going to go down again.
And as we break it down on Next Gen Stats, that entire play wound up taking just 2.4 seconds beginning to end, so they were on him in a hurry. It has been a rough afternoon for him trying to get rid of the football. See, that's now 5 sacks.
How'd you like to be the offensive coordinator, the offensive line coach trying to come up with an answer for this pass rush? What blocking assignments do you change? Can guys play a little bit better? And we're seeing the end result on the scoreboard. Long day in the pocket for their quarterback.
On is the punter man as he boots this one away.
And a great job on special teams to down it, as this will be marked down inside the 5-yard line.
That punt was near perfection as it checked up inside the 5-yard line. You never know where these things are going to go, do you?
No, what was it? You got a John Heisman quote about that, right?
Yeah, he said the football is roughly a prolate spheroid, which means it's going to bounce funny, and you never know where it's going to end up.
Now Herbert to start the drive. David Onyemata there on the tackle. On 2nd and 9, Mariota. Got a man, and he hits him in stride. And they'll get him down up past the 15-yard line. A Chicago first down there on a gain of 11.
But they certainly had success throughout this contest getting him the ball in the passing game, and there he picks up another first down. Whatever they saw going into this one, they've been able to capitalize on it, and no adjustment has been made to take it away.
So that last play gives him a little more space now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 16-yard line. The handoff, running left is Penny. And they're going to stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Just no cutback lane to be found whatsoever. 2nd and 10. They'll run with McKissick. 2 runs in a row, but only 2 yards to show for it. A 3rd down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. He's got a man complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. That gain on 3rd down, good for 28.
It's taken a while for this offense to get going. A little creaky at the start, but they're oiled up now. A nice throw there, and they're really putting together a good drive.
A couple of first downs on the drive already, as they'll go from the 47 now on 1st down. Throwing is Mariota. And he'll protect himself at the end here as he winds up getting pretty decent yardage. Play action now, Mariota.
And he's unable to hold on to that defensively. A potential game changer, but it falls incomplete.
Now Mariota.
Pass complete to Jalen Tolbert.
And he's got this down a yard or 2 shy of the 40 before he's out of bounds. The pickup there, 5 yards.
They've been moving the ball well, but this drive was in danger of stalling out. Fortunately, this is a nice throw here, and they're able to pick up a new set of downs.
They go back to the ground now with Penny. And he's going to take this ahead for right around 3 yards, but no more than that. 2nd down. From the 39, Mariota.
A quick throw knocked away. It's incomplete.
If they want a first, they need to get the football to the 32 here on 3rd down. To throw Mariota. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll get him down at the 34, and he's going to be short of the first by a few yards. It'll be a gain of 5, and it'll be 4th down.
That pattern and scheme was well defensed on 3rd down. He tried to just sprint from one side of the field to the other, and they got it to him quickly. But no chance at yards after the catch there, and they stop him short.
Folks' kick is good.
And they bump the lead up to 4 now at 10-6.
Well, in a close game like this, obviously you want the touchdown, but certainly they will take the 3.
And they'll be okay with that, but let's throw a little credit to the defense as well. I'm just glad this doesn't come down to a debate, right? Which side won, partner? Because the defense, hey, we didn't give up a touchdown. The offense, hey, we put 3 on the board. Either way you look at it, I think both sides gained something out of that drive.
Now this offense back out and set to go for their next drive. Their defense has done the job. Now it's the offense's turn as they've got it 1st and 10. Throwing, Prescott. They'll set up the screen. This is Williams. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. They'll hand it off now. Williams. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 58 yards rushing for him now as he's carried it 13 times.
They were not fooling around at all, were they? 2nd and short, and they brought out the heavy package. Almost felt like the super heavy package against that defense, didn't it?
Yeah, I don't think they expected that much beef up front, and it turned into an easy 1st down conversion. On 1st and 10, Prescott. Throw left side on target to Thielen. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. From just shy of midfield, Prescott. He'll get that complete to his tight end, Kmet. Now a 1st down carry, it's Williams. It's a 6-yard gain on the ground, and that'll make it 2nd and 4. To throw is Prescott. And he's got Cooper on the out route. That's complete. And he's going to be marked down just inside the 35.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver trying to run down the defender, meaning he goes right at him and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
Under a minute to go in this 3rd quarter as they come up 1st and 10. Here's Prescott. And he'll find Thielen on the right side. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. A good-looking drive for the Cowboys so far. It's a 1st down.
I love the drive they're working on here because they know they can take the lead with a touchdown. And so far on this drive, so good. They moved the ball down the field with very little resistance defensively. But they better be prepared for some adjustments to come their way now.
Prescott looks to throw on 1st. Steps away to his left. And he can't find anywhere to go with it. And he goes down. DeMarcus Lawrence able to get in there for his 2nd sack of the afternoon. And the job becomes twice as difficult now after the sack. It's 2nd and 20. And that is going to do it for this 3rd quarter of action. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Throwing on 2nd and long. Prescott. And that one off the mark behind him. Incomplete. This offense so far on 3rd down, they're right at about the league average, 40%, 4 for 10. This will be 3rd and a mile. And able to catch it on the left sideline, but they're going to rule him out of bounds. So it'll be incomplete, certainly one they'd like to have back as it brings up 4th down. So here we go. Maybe the biggest kick of the game forthcoming. From the left hash, it's an even 50-yard attempt. The kick by Bass is good. And that gets him back within a single point. It's now 10-9. So that gets him a little closer as he converts there, but you have to think back to the field goal he missed earlier.
Right now, that's the difference between leading and trailing. So at this moment, he's reciting that kicker's prayer that we know so well. Just give me one more shot before this one's said and done.
And no chance to get away as they'll get him down at about the 17-yard line. The Chicago offense set to get started. I guess the good news as they start this drive is that they still do have the lead, Charles. If their defense hadn't been able to hold them to a field goal on the other side, they'd be down. But now it's about preserving that very small lead.
It is preserving and maybe stretching it out a little bit, because if you're a starter on that side of the ball, I certainly hope you didn't loosen up your shoulder pad just trying to cut the tape off, because if you did it way too soon. They've got to go back good plan. They need points, and they need them now.
And no matter what the situation, the O-line just hates that because they feel like they didn't protect little brother back there, right?
Man, that's just so difficult for them because just think about every single play. When you decide to throw the football, you're dealing with some of the best athletes on the planet. You talk about guys, if they weren't playing football, they'd be starring in the NBA at power forward. It's a really difficult task.
Backed up here, tough spot, needing 11 yards to pick up the first.
On play action, Mariota. And a throw there going to be incomplete. Here comes the Bears punter now, standing just outside his own goal line. Now a fair catch signaled for and made right about the 43-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And out will come the offense as they take over. So Prescott and the Cowboys now with a 1st and 10 at their own 44. They'll come out throwing here to start the drive. To the right side, he's got Cooper. It's complete. But he's able to get this to the 40-yard line before he's out of bounds. 16 yards right off the bat and a 1st down.
And here we are in the 4th quarter, partner, and watch them drive for what would be a go-ahead touchdown. And you and I both know this is where you need a quarterback who can keep his cool back there. Not just for himself, but to keep the rest of the team relaxed too.
On the jet sweep, here's Cooper. And here he'll be brought down a little shy of the 35 at the 36. From the 36, Prescott. And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Harold Landry picks up his 2nd sack of the afternoon.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
A field goal from this spot likely out of the question. They've got to get closer here on 3rd down. Prescott. Under pressure, they got him again.
Well, this is getting ridiculous. 8 sacks now. That time multiple guys get to it.
I remember when I was a kid and all I wanted was a nickel so I could get that soda down at the fountain. And guess what? The nickel came into play well. 5 defensive backs, they covered well, allowed for the sack.
Sodas were a nickel when you were a kid?
No, I just needed the extra nickel so I could pay the proper price.
Okay, how much were they? A dime? What were they?
15 cents.
Out now comes the Cowboys punter. He's been terrific so far. Oh, this is off the side of his foot. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. And now the Bears coming out as they get ready.
Their defense got the stop, forced the punt, and now you really start to monitor the clock as they nurse this slim lead.
They'll start on the ground here on 1st down.
And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be 2nd down.
The last run got a couple. Here's 2nd and 8. Now Mariota.
And this throw a bit late as he couldn't reach back for it.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Going to wind up being complete. Critical play in this football game. As they pick up the first there, that clock keeps rolling.
Has to be a little frustrating for them because they know that they pick up a 1st down there and continue to eat away at the clock, really increases their chances of closing this one out. Now they're likely going to have to give the football up and sweat it out on the sideline.
37 yards on the punt with no return.
Possession of the football going back to the Cowboys. Their defense accomplished step 1 of the mission. They forced the punt. Now they'll look to erase that deficit and take a 4th quarter lead.
A 1st down throw for Prescott. Flush to his right. Oh, Prescott stripped. And this is picked up by the Bears. And they break swing back. Fumble return for a Bears touchdown. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room. Boy, they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave him a comfortable lead.
Now Folk for the extra point. And with that, the lead is up to 8. The scoop and score, always an exciting play in football, and we witnessed it there, grabbing it off the ground and then rumbling it into the end zone for 6.
And this will be a touchback, so they'll bring it out to the 25.
The Cowboys offense heading back out and ready to go again. And let's just say they're going to be looking to start over on this drive. A few moments ago, they were in the exact situation, but their first play led to a fumble that was returned for 6.
Yeah, you definitely have to have a short memory to play in the NFL. You got to remember what you did wrong so you don't repeat it, but you can't dwell on it because then you will repeat it, and that's what you don't want to do.
From the 30 on second down, Prescott.
And this throw incomplete. Now the defender all over him that time, but it's going to lead to 3rd down.
Here's Prescott.
To the sideline, he's got the catch, and he kept the feet in bounds. Well done.
He's got a first down. That's his first catch. Remember, he's the NFL leader in that category at the midway point.
This possession means so much for them. They've got to focus on this drive and find a way to make this a one-possession game.
Yes.
Got to get a score.
Yeah, so good with a field goal. Don't necessarily need a touchdown.
Eberflus clearly in disagreement with that last call, and he's going to throw the challenge flag. Did he keep those feet in bounds? That's the question they've got to decide, and I got to say, watching it in real time, it was awfully close.
Yeah, it certainly looked like a heck of a catch because he didn't appear to bobble it, which could complicate things. But even with the benefit of replay, that's pretty tight.
Well, here's the call. So for Matt Eberflus, a challenge well spent.
Out now comes the Cowboys as he's on for the 5th time today. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully. A 40-yard punt, no return, and the Bears take over. And now Chicago getting ready to go as they take the field. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of yourself.
A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down. So there you go. Save your best scramble of the day for a big-time situation in the 4th quarter, picking up the first.
You don't want to use it up early, right? You want to make sure you save it for that exact moment, that key time. And that's what he did, although you and I both know it wasn't planned that way. But what a nice job using his eyes, scanning the field, and realizing when it was time to exit the pocket and go.
Here's McKissick. And he's going to be stopped up here. Just a yard up to the 39.
McKissick again on second down. And he'll pick up about 3 there, up to the 43.
The Bears on 3rd down. They've had a lot of chances, but not much success, converting only 3 times. This will be 3rd and 6. Got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. And he's another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys 43. A solid gain of 15 yards and the sticks move.
And that certainly appears to be a critical conversion right there because not only do they keep the drive going, they take valuable time off the clock as well. They have to feel really good about that last completion.
So from Cowboy territory now, 1st and 10 at the 43. Mariota now.
Pass complete into Bourne.
And they'll be stopped at the 28 on a play that started at the 14. They pick up 14.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
They will run it. It's McKissick. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back-to-back 12 yards that time and a first down.
Well, you know me, partner. I never tell them to back off of being aggressive, but sometimes you see the consequences. Overly aggressive, secure attack, guys break through.
Trying to sell out to pry that football loose, and just as you said, some yardage.
Yeah, you got to go get him. Stand him up first before you go for the ball. Don't just go for it initially.
So the ball down to the 6 here for 1st and 10.
They keep it on the ground. This time it's Penny, and he'll get it here to the 10-yard line. 6 yards on that last play. Here's 2nd and 4. To throw is Mariota.
And just not enough on the throw there. Down around his feet and incomplete.
This will be play number 9 of the drive here as they need 4 yards on 3rd down. Throwing, Mariota. Caught on the slant. Touchdown, Bears. Kendrick Bourne, his 3rd touchdown now on the year.
And the Bears are looking to make it 2 straight as they add on to this 4th quarter lead. Well, that's certainly going to bump up the old win probability index because now it's a 2-score game here in the 4th quarter.
Yeah, you're taking me into that deep water now. Win probability index. This game's definitely not over. We're not looking at a 0.5% or something. It's just 2 scores. But the way that this team has played, to me, what I've seen, they absolutely deserve to win this game. They've been the better team by far throughout.
Folk now set to boot it after his guys put 6 on the board. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. And out now come the Cowboys.
See if they can put this drive in the end zone, Charles, because it's been a little bit of a rough go at times. They've had to punt the football a ton in this ball game because of stalled-out drives.
So are you saying that you're kind of tired of seeing the punter run out there and do his thing during this game? Is that what you're trying to say?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it. I have a feeling that this offense, they don't want to see the punter again.
And frankly, the punter doesn't want to run out there anymore himself. He'd love to see his offense put together a drive and give his leg a rest.
A bit of a jump there, CD. He breaks the line, and that'll be 5 yards.
And you've got to stay more disciplined than that, Brandon. That's just a free gift to the offense.
So after the penalty, here's 2nd and 3. Out of the gun, here's Prescott. Looking for Cooper, that's complete. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. 15 yards there on the play as they try to chip away at this 15-point deficit.
All right, this is the time of the game where they're down a couple of scores, and they've really got to get some yards in chunks, and they know the defense doesn't want to give those up, but they've got to find a way to take them anyway.
Now the question is, can they string a few of those together? Now a man who's been busy this afternoon, it's Williams. And he's got it across midfield and into Bear territory. On 2nd down and 4. Prescott
over the middle, and that's caught by Kmet.
And he's going to have another first down as the tackle's made here at the Bears' 32-yard line. Give him 15 there, and the Cowboys have a first.
It certainly feels like there are more stars at the tight end position than there were even 10 years ago. And I think it's become more of a glamour position because of the ways it can hurt a defense, and guys want to be involved. They can be in line, close to the line of scrimmage. They can split out like receivers. But hands, route.
And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line.
Prescott. Open man is Kmet, the tight end. And he's going to be taken down just shy of the 35.
To the left side and complete for Amari Cooper. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. And it's incomplete. They cannot convert. And they had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Bears will get the football back. So with that, we can just about close the book on this one, Charles.
Yeah, what's the old expression about slim and none? Well, Slim just left town on that
They're
one.
down to none?
Yes, exactly right.
They've got good starting field position as they come up here at their 38. Runs some clock here with Penny. And his rough afternoon continues. He's going nowhere again. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play. A carry now for McKissick. This one all the way up to about the 46-yard line. Now a second timeout called for by the defense as it comes with 1:04 left to go in the game. They'll go again with McKissick. And he is going to have the first down, and that is going to suck the life right out of this crowd. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout. And as the two teams talk it over on their respective sidelines, we take a break. The win for the Bears around the corner. They go down to a knee. Mariota with a knee to the ground, and that should be it. So this one in the win column for the Chicago Bears. And we talked so much about the turnover battle determining who wins and who loses. This game, no exception. They didn't turn the ball over at all, and they go on to victory.
They look like a smooth operation in this one, didn't they? Because you look at every facet of the game, they handled their business. Offense took care of the football, converted it into points. Defense took the ball away, gave it back to the offense. Special teams right there with them. That's the type of game a coach is going to really love and value. And when they show the film, let's be careful not to give out too many kudos and kill their motivation going forward.
So for the Bears,
they're back to 500 as they move to 4-4 on the year.
And they'll return home next week to take on the Miami Dolphins. Meanwhile, for Dallas, they drop back to 500 now at 4 up and 4 down. And they'll take this loss into the bye as they'll be back in action in Week 10.